I genuinely believe that we were all destined to be loners. And I don't mean that in the sense that no one has anything positive to provide to other people around them, or people are incompetent at building relationships. Not what I mean whatsoever. Simply what I mean is we have had a world set up around us that is allowing us to be completely alone and isolated. If you think about it, even now, there is zero reason for you to ever leave the house besides extraordinary circumstances. You can have all your food delivered to your home where you don't actually even need to go and see or speak to a person. You can have them drop it at the door and never see them again. You can pay for all of your bills online. You don't need to go anywhere to get cash out for any reason whatsoever. And you can even have a job from home. You have no reason to leave your house at any point. Now, I say all these things as someone who has worked online for the last 4 years at this point. And there was a period in my life where I was just living out Airbnbs, and majority of my meals were from delivery services. This was for a variation of reasons, but I had no reason to leave my home besides going for a walk because I cared about my mental health in at least some capacity. But what this really showed me was that I didn't need to go and interact with any people. And although I didn't need to do it, I had a deep desire to do it. And by having no outlet to go and see other people. I wasn't working out. I wasn't a part of any social communities because I was bouncing around all the time. So the only people I was speaking to were my family and friends that I met in other areas. But those conversations were few and far between. And quite frankly, it led me to a position where I wasn't enjoying life to any capacity. So what this ultimately showed me is although we were all destined to be loners, we were destined to be alone, we could all be alone. We have something within us that makes us want to be sociable and interact with other people. And ultimately, I believe that's what makes us human. When you go and speak to your friends and you can gossip about whatever's going on, ultimately it's unimportant the things that you're talking about, but having that interaction and being able to bounce with other people makes us feel alive. Because if we didn't have that, we would have no reason to be alive. Because working a job to make money, to eat food, to have entertainment, what's the fun when you can't share that with anyone around you? Most people, their ultimate goal is to have a solid group of friends and have their own family. And the reason they want to do that is so they can share the resources that they are collecting with those around them so they can have positive experiences and they can create memories. If you've ever been on holiday, if you've been alone on holiday, you know that it is far less enjoyable than being with friends and family. Even if those people aren't the favorite people that you would choose to go on holiday with, still being able to share that experience with another person and get their understanding or their thoughts and feelings about a situation that you're in makes that trip far more enjoyable and memorable. So ultimately, although we have the option or we have the capacity to be alone forever and never interact with another human again, except for extraordinary circumstances, remember that you are loved, God loves you, and you have people around that care about you, and they are there for you to talk to. If you don't have those people, remember that ultimately it is not your fault at the end of the day, but it is your responsibility. So go out there, make some friends, take time to spend with God. God will always be there for you, no matter your circumstances. But go and find other people that you can share life with. That's what it's all about.